This is Caleb Barney with Russell Real Estate, and today I wanted to go over an article from the National Association of Home Builders. It's very quick, just published a couple of days ago on October 23rd, 2023, and the title is Housing Demand Caught Between High Rates and Demographics. So basically what it's saying is that despite high mortgage rates, the percentage of Americans who want to buy or who are planning to buy within the next year actually edged up. So basically the survey that they conducted, it's done and they break it down by quarters. So at the time that this survey was conducted, they just finished the third quarter of 2023. Interest rates were around 7%. Since then, they've gone up. We're looking at the end of October right now. And basically, we're looking, honestly, 7.875, in that range right now. So interest rates have gone up. They've fluctuated as they have been doing all year, up, down, up, down. But since the survey, they've definitely gone up. That being said, it says, the share or the percentage of people who are planning to purchase within the next 12 months has fluctuated up and down without a clear trend for over a year now, likely due to the push-pull between the two opposing forces, which are, high interest rates and high home prices, which is leading to a lack of affordability, and persistent demand stemming from demographic growth, because the millennial generation is entering peak home buying years, and basically they're ready to buy, and a lot of Gen Xers obviously, and then baby boomers are not quite ready to sell. So we're getting this big wave, this big influx of people who want to buy, and you're starting to see some Gen Zers, the older Gen Zers, but for the most part, you're seeing a lot of millennials and Gen Xers still wanting to buy for several reasons. Obviously, you have your normal life circumstances, but yeah, sometimes people just want to move as well. So as far as the percentage of prospective home buyers who are planning to buy a home within the next 12 months, they had about 17% that they polled in the third quarter of 2023. And you could see, again, there's no real trends. You could see each quarter it went, up, down, up, down, up, down. So we'll see if Q4 continues that trend and we go back down. But you could also see, as far as a percent of the respondents, 17% is actually pretty high. That's tied for the second highest quarter over the past 5 years. So the highest quarter was 18% in the first quarter of 2023. But we've seen 17% now, obviously, the third quarter of 2023, the second quarter of 2021, and the first quarter of 2018. But so we do have strong demand. And that is the reason why I've been saying all along that I don't see home prices really dipping unless there's a large job loss recession and people either can't afford to buy, literally can't afford to buy because they don't even qualify, or they're losing their houses and they're essentially forced to sell, which I think a lot of banks have, I don't want to say learned their lesson, but they could have probably eased the pain a little bit from the great financial crisis, the recession of '08, if they didn't foreclose on quite as many people and they worked out, whether it was a restructuring of how they pay it, a forbearance, something, just so we didn't have that mass wave of inventory hitting the market, where honestly the banks lost money by doing that, whereas they could have been more profitable if they worked something out with the homeowners there. So that is the perspective of home buyers. And then as far as the type of home buyers, because again, this article is from the National Association of Home Builders, So they like looking at new construction, for example. You could see that new construction is starting to tick back up as far as what people are looking for, the type of home that home buyers would prefer. And all things being equal, of course, everybody wants a new home, but the cost is pretty prohibitive. But in some areas, there are no other options. So if you want to be in a certain, city or within a certain school district, a lot of the times the people who have houses there, they're not looking to sell, and you're looking for that perfect house, which just isn't available, or it's you and a bunch of other people. So once that house does come on the market, it gets swallowed up. So you could see the percent of people who are looking to buy within the next year. 27% of those people are actually looking for a new construction. About 34% are only considering existing or already built homes. And then 39% would be fine with either. So whatever comes up, fits their needs, is in their budget, they'd be okay with new construction or with an already built home. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. We're winding down to the end of the year. So we're going to start seeing some of our seasonality where fewer homes are listed for sale. Days on market will probably tick up a little bit. And honestly, a lot of it is going to be dependent on the stability of interest rates, which it's been extremely volatile this year. So never makes people feel warm and fuzzy. I do think that, if we can get and stay in that like 6.5% interest rate range, people will get accustomed to it, and you'll start seeing more inventory hit in the market, especially once we start hitting our seasonal time period for that, which would be spring and summer. But, for those people who are looking to move sooner rather than later, unfortunately, I just don't see there being a whole lot of opportunity. And that's where it really does make sense to get tied in and connected with a local real estate professional that has access to obviously the MLS, but hopefully some off-market listings. Hopefully they're well connected enough where they can help you find something sooner rather than later. So if you have any questions, the market that I serve is here in Northeast Ohio, basically primarily the west side of Cleveland down through Medina County, but I do all of Cuyahoga County, Summit County, Medina County, Lorain, Lake, Wayne, everything in between. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.